Welcome to the Veganette and Kids. Today I will be making a tofu and asparagus savory meal. So for this meal I am using asparagus. I will also be using baby Bella mushrooms. They are sliced. Organic super firm tofu. Firm tofu is my favorite type to use. 1 red pepper, 1 onion, no salt added diced tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes if you prefer. Vegetarian mushroom oyster sauce. This says vegetarian, but it is indeed vegan. I'm also going to be using minced garlic for this recipe, a little bit of vegetable stock, and then I also am going to be using a little soy sauce and tapioca flour because I'm going to use those two things to make a marinade for my tofu. I like tapioca because it gives things a nice stretchy, kind of cheesy feel and also like a gravy feel. It's almost like a cornstarch. So on my plate here I have my asparagus, my mushroom, my red pepper, and my onion. I only used half a red pepper and half of an onion. Just have everything nice and chopped up here ready to go. And then I have my no salt added diced tomatoes. They're just sitting in the can. I'm not going to separate that right now. And then I have my tofu. I've cubed them up into little squares or cubes. And then I have a bowl so I can make my marinade. You can use tofu if you like. If you do not like tofu, just exclude it from the meal. So here is my tapioca flour, my garlic powder, onion powder, pink Himalayan salt, and then I have that mushroom oyster sauce that I was telling you about, and I'm going to just pour this in directly with those ingredients. And then I'm going to come back and add some soy sauce. Now, if you want to not add salt because you're adding soy sauce, please feel free to do that. So I am adding a little bit of water and I'm going to give this a nice whisk just until everything is well combined and has like a nice creamy texture to it, kind of like this. Once you're finished with that, I am just going to coat my tofu. It's so simple. I'm just going to get a spoon, stir it all together so it can get nice and coated, and then I'm going to sit this aside for about 20 minutes. So while I'm cooking my other vegetables, this is going to be marinating. So in a pan here I have some garlic, maybe a little over about a tablespoon or so, and I put it in some avocado oil. And after about a minute or two, I'm going to take all those veggies that I showed you on that plate and just pour them in. I am so simple. I'm a quick person. I do not like to stay in the kitchen for a long time. I'm a mom. I have 4 kids. I just have a lot to do. We have dogs. It's just too much going on to be in the kitchen all day. So I like to make things quick. So these veggies are all combined. I'm just going to give them a stir. I'm going to let them cook down for about 5 to 8 minutes. And then after about 8 minutes or so, I'm going to come back with that can of no salt added diced tomatoes and do this. Pour it right on top. Really simple, quick, and easy. So I'm going to give this a stir. And now it's going to cook for another 5 to 8 minutes. Overall, this meal takes maybe roughly 25 to 30 minutes, just depending on how fast your stove may cook or, how soft and edible you want your veggies to become. I like my mushrooms to have like that nice soft feel. So in a separate pan, while those are cooking with the lid, I'm starting my tofu. So as I mentioned with the tapioca flour, it kind of gives things like a stretchy, cheesy kind of feel. That was the reason for the vegetable stock, just to kind of get it coated because I want this to be kind of thick, like a thick creamy gravy, almost like what a cornstarch would do, but I like the results that a tapioca flour provides for a meal like this. So I'm just going to add a little bit more vegetable stock just so I can get that feel that I want. And it looks really watery now, but you're going to see after a while it really looks like a nice creamy gravy. See, just like this. And I really love it. I love tapioca. I prefer tapioca over cornstarch. So after about 3 to 5 minutes of letting that all go, you're going to just simply take that tofu, if you prefer to use it, and pour it directly in the pan with the other vegetables that have been simmering, getting nice and savory. I'm going to take a spoon, mix it all together to infuse all of those wonderful flavors and get that nice creamy texture and feel, that vibe that I was looking for. And I'm just going to cook this down maybe 3 to 5 more minutes. Everything is pretty much done. So I'm going to get my plate I'm gonna start plating these veggies and I'm gonna enjoy this meal. This is how it looks on the plate. It's so simple, it's so quick. Seriously, it takes about 25 to 30 minutes just preparing everything and getting it on the stove, and it's really, really delicious. Now, I did not have Parmesan cheese or a vegan Parmesan cheese, so what I opted to do was take some of my hemp seeds and just sprinkle a little bit on top. They're healthy, and it has like a nice mild flavor. It's not too much. It reminds me of a Parmesan in a weird way, especially with those garlic flavors in that meal. So if you give this meal a try, please let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I love this meal because it's savory, and most of all, it's low carb. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to coming back with more vegan breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas. Thank you. Have a great day.